But for paddlefish, since they're not typically in a saltwater environment, just other nitrogenous waste. That's one of the few times where we have the ovarian duct full of eggs.
I'm feeling about 1,000 milliliters, right?
Need to keep that fish straight. The bending it is stopping everything up.
What do you call the poor fish?
These are the females?
These are males.
Oh, these are
females
males.
on that side.
These are the females on this side. These are where the eggs are going to go to the hatchery. Those back containers, and when the eggs hatch and fry, they'll go into those turquoise colored areas. And these are the eggs that are ready to be spawned. They're taken from the females. So it's just the eggs covered in little wet towels to keep it very moist.
I want to know what they weigh them down in the pond with. Do you see how they have? They haven't had them yet. Now they might have them over there.
Put it in the water.
How many times can the females lay the eggs?
2-3 times.
2-3
tops.
times, yeah.
2.5
We'll
times.
probably leave these in here another week
So where they,
or two,
then they,
and then we'll take these out, put those back
And
in
we'll,
the box, and then we'll bring in fresh groups.
what it is, we got a bunch of
Now,
different groups.
you're talking about the stock ponds, right, with the brood stock. Yep. So they'll just rotate them out. Now over there, they're separated.
Right. Right now, we've got those in the bee ponds. They're quarter-acre ponds. We've got them separated.
So when, I guess when you're here, how do you exactly take them out and separate? Just
We drain this down. We put 2 guys in. We've got a crowding screen. They walk it all the way to the end. We park our trucks. We forgot to show them the haul truck right there. But we park our trucks right there, and the 2 guys in there will dip them, and then we'll put them on the trucks.
and organize them by.
Yes, most of the time we've got a couple people on the truck. They'll say male, female, male, female. We'll put the males on one truck, females on the other.
Okay.
If they're going back into a holding pond, we'll put them all together, and we'll just get a count. And then we'll get all these in stock around May or June. And we'll take them out of the little pond.
Yesterday, or today, 2 days, you know.
They look like Artemia.
What do you think this is?
It filters in stuff from the bottom.
Get you one like this for your office. They would all be scared.
You got any more spray?
I got any more spray? And just be like, yeah, I killed that.
Which one?
The round one, they said that's an armadillo.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Banded.
I didn't even see it.
Spencer should know about armadillos.
I think this is really cool because it's like the Egyptian necklaces.
Yeah. That's boy, there ain't no alligators in Egyptian necklaces.
That's not an alligator.
What is wrong with you?
Spencer, you're supposed to be the ultimate hunter.
So these are the egg cases for the oyster drink.
That's like a whole Sprite can.
So seeds is one. The gray box stolen. And so that will break off and it will go on less than 2 years. So that's why they have very, very strategies
So we're here on this side of the table. It's all about invasive species. We have nutria, which a lot of people do not realize they're really harmful. And the one we were just talking about was water hyacinth, which is probably the world's worst
There's a couple other
ubiquitous invasive species ever. And the way they came here is they were brought for an expo. Is the Japanese were so excited about how beautiful the flower is so they brought them over for the expo and gave them to everybody from all over the world. So they moved very, very quickly. And nobody's wearing pink today. They are the brightest pink you ever have seen. So these are all dry up, and they have a lot of juice inside of them. So if you try to knock them off the tree, then it looks like it just starts dripping down this red stuff. Yeah. So they come in all different sizes and that sort of thing. Those are from Russia. Came to Dallas.
Zebra mussels.
They thought we were going to get them.
A good old clay mixture. It's a good old clay mixture. Now, why is it the eggs don't stay brown like that? It just doesn't turn them brown?
No, it's a thin coat.
Yeah, it's quite small. And over here.
Couple of specimens today. The paddlefish, of course, that's why we're all here today. This is one that we attempted to spawn on Monday. We found out that she was already overripe, and between the stress in the river and the stress of us handling her Monday to spawn her, she didn't make it. So we're using her as the specimen today. You'll note that her rostrum has been damaged, and it's only about half there now. And it was probably due to a boat motor collision. Fall overboard and get cut up with the propeller. The largemouth bass here, this is the fish that the hatchery raises. The primary mission is to raise largemouth bass. They produce 3 to 5 million fingerlings a year. Both of these specimens are females. The largemouth bass here, the large golden globe here in the cavity is the ovary, which contains thousands of little yellow eggs. At this moment? They've already been released off the ovarian membrane. These dark little gray structures here that are collapsing, these were once the eggs. In the wild, if for whatever reason a female paddlefish doesn't spawn in any given year, and it's usually environmentally related, like if there's a drought and there's no water flow, the paddlefish will hang around until there is proper river flow, or if the river flow doesn't come, they will abandon their spawning mission for the year and drop back down off their migration, and will resorb the eggs and immediately convert those into storage and turn around and come back up the river the following year to spawn. There's additional absorption area and breakdown area of the plankton that it feeds on. It's necessary. The cell walls of plankton and some of the little crustaceans are very tough to digest. Well, once it leaves the stomach, they're still not finished in the digestion process. Starts down this descending colon, or this last stretch of its journey here. Imagine the food entering a cavity where you have this spiral staircase that winds all the way down the gut and increases the length of time that the food is in the fish by increasing the distance inside. This is referred to as a spiral gut. The paddlefish and sturgeon group, that order, Accipinciformes, all the fish in that group have that same feature. They have a spiral gut. Same thing with the anal fin. It's even further back. Very large caudal fin. Heterocircle arrangement, meaning the upper lobe is larger than the lower lobe. And again, they're swept way back, kind of sickle shaped. The paddlefish, for as gangly as it appears, it's a very powerful swimmer. Short burst of speed is just incredible. It can clamp that mouth. That lower jaw actually folds up into that upper, and they're very, very streamlined. Largemouth bass, on the other hand, not that streamlined ability to make short bursts to catch its prey as an ambush predator, but not a lot of swimming. If you look at the fins on those, the dorsal fin, there's actually two stages of it, the spiny upper and the soft dorsal lower. Both pectoral and pelvic fins are located far up on the body, whereas on the paddlefish, both the pelvic and pectoral fins are located low on the body, again swept close to the sides for speed.
Big swole.
Is it pregnant?
You been doing the
That's a female. She weighed 103 pounds.
Killed it.
Yeah. Well, it didn't kill it. I mean, we caught it in the gill net last week. And
Oh,
brought it
I
to the
see.
hatchery. No, it's healed. You can see that it's already grown over. I've caught them where the propeller went right down the middle of the back, and you just got a spiral scar all the way down.
That's a good question to ask is, do fish continue to grow? But it's a spines on catfish. And so Chris was mentioning that over 40 years easily. And so some fish, like trout, they're, into the teens would be old for them. And then some fish just have a lifespan of like 8 years. So it really is, this is why each fish is different with regulations. Some fish can fully sustain them or their environmental factors. So, yeah, so when you're looking at a really, like a...
Oh!
No.
You have to test it. I can't stand that bone crunch.
It's actually the scales. You're not hearing?
Yeah, that's the scales. Oh, it sounds like a whole bone.
All right, so the brain of the fish is right in here. Yeah, and so if you see this little hole right here, that's going to be that fluid sac that the otoliths sit in. So I'm going to clear it out just a little bit. All right, I don't want to pull out exactly. So you're going to come in and poke around in an area like in the back here, and you should, I think that's it. So you'll just want to pull those out, right, and those will be the otoliths.
I want to pull one out. Probably have to give it some force too.
Hold it.
Oh,
okay.
Get it, Janice.
All right, so there's one. I'll hold it.
Let me get the other one, Janice. I can clean it.
We can always put them back in.
Let me clean it.
Yeah. All right.
You're just gonna insert it back in.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope, just you.
just some brain juice.
We have some extras if you guys want to take one home.
Some extra brain juice?
No, some over.
So where did you get that one? Was it on this side?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to go on that side.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not paying attention?
Yeah.
Come on, Mrs. D.
You're gonna try and poke. There's also, there's actually 6.
I was afraid of like driving and just like, wow, they scored us. She went to the pasture for a few minutes and came back and like there was like foam around her face. So she don't really know what to do.
That's your egg. Are these from today? Must be. She had some from Monday. Okay. Anyway.
Raised bullfrogs many years ago, like in the 1950s. And so they tried, but they didn't do very well.
I don't think you really need it.
Yeah, first spot. That's black and pink stripe.
Just one. That's all we want.
Well, that first female on Monday was releasing eggs at 6 a.m. when Jill came in.
Yeah.
So we knew she was probably going to be overripe. We did 10 milliliters and there were 443 eggs, which equates to 44 milliliters, or 44 eggs per milliliter. So that's how these are set up here.
Now, the 443 eggs, what does that represent? That represents the...
Number of eggs in this 10 milliliter sample. So 443 divided by 10 is 44. And that's the number I used to multiply the total number of milliliters times 44 is 162,800. I haven't